Well, hello, Scorpio. Welcome to my table. My name is Toni, and this is the Twin Flame Tarot for Scorpio season. So happy birthday to you, Scorpio. I wish nothing but love and blessings, and I hope this is your best year yet. And a very special love and happy birthday to my most favorite Scorpio in the whole wide world, my best friend. Love you, sweetheart. So welcome to my table. If you are a returning subscriber, I'm so glad that you could come back. And hello, if you are brand new here and you just found me, I'm so glad that you did. My name is Toni. So we are just going to create a sacred container where we welcome in and we invite our higher selves, as well as calling upon Christed consciousness to please join us at the table. We command our sovereignty in this time, dimension, place, and space, and we disinvite and we disallow all beings, energies, and entities of less than Christed consciousness. And now we're just going to set our intentions by calling forth in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We invite in our try to catch the house on fire. There we go. We invite in our angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides. Guardians of the four corners, mother of the earth, father of the skies, sacred ones. We call upon you all and we welcome you here now. We ask you to please be present with us and please help us to understand and to interpret these messages to the best of our knowledge as we receive them. Thank you. All right, Scorpio, are y'all ready? All right, before we go any further, I just want to take a moment to ask you to hit that like button or even that little subscribe button if you haven't already. Big special thank you to all of you who have already subscribed. I love you so much. You mean the world to me. If you are looking for me in other places, then right here on the tube of you can find me on Instagram at Toni, Toni, Summers Tarot, Toni Summers Tarot. Or you can find me at my Etsy shop and get a private reading with me, link down below. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Okay, Scorpio, are you ready? We're going to begin this Scorpio season with the Halloween Oracle. I wait all year to get this out, and you are the very first one, Scorpio, because it is your month, your season, so let you lead. All right, so here we go. Let's see what we got. Angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides. Messages, please, for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to hear this Scorpio season? Messages, please, for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to hear this Scorpio season? All right, beautiful. You've got dawn. It says, the light after the darkness. The light after the darkness. After the darkest times, the sun will always rise. The dawn will always come. This can be no surprise. It says, while midnight is often thought of as the magical hour, throughout time, dawn has also had a share of the mystical. All manner of magical beings had to return to their true forms by dawns, such as, werewolves. And vampires can only be active while the ray of light did not pierce the sky. Dawn and the deities of dawn herald both hope and new life. Goddesses such as Aster and gods like Helios and Apollo were those who brought new life and the dawn's light to this world. The journey from the darkest night of the soul to the bright and hopeful dawn is one of the deepest and most powerful heroes' paths repeated over and over in the mythology. Should you receive this dawn card, you are being reminded that there is always a fresh start and a new beginning to be had. Change is unstoppable, and even the most difficult times will pass, no matter how devastating they may seem. Hope is one of the most powerful motivating forces in the universe, and it is being indicated here. So this is such a perfect card for you, Scorpio. What's funny is the very next, alphabetically, the very next card in the deck is death. And death in the tarot is you, Scorpio. But for me, the thing about death is that most people think of death as an ending, where I actually see death as the dawn, as the new beginning. When the death card shows up, or when we die, we get to leave this mortal form, but we actually get to assume our true we get to get all of our power back. We get to get all of our knowledge back. Everything we forgot, we remember. And we get to know the truth. And we get to see the truth. And we get to stand in the truth. So to me, death is the dawn of, the new beginning, the new start. And so The message here is very much to understand that change is something that we can't avoid. Change is unstoppable and it will always happen. And to understand that even in the most difficult times, that these difficult times shall pass, and understand that there is a gift in that contrast. When these difficult, dark times show up, look for the gift there. This contrast is showing you, when I was going through the storm, it made me enjoy the sunshine that much more. You know what I mean? The contrast makes you appreciate and love what you have even more. So understand that there's no way to avoid the change, but understand that on the other side of this is hope, okay? On the other side of that dark night, there is hope, and hope is one of the most motivating forces in the universe, okay? So understand that hope is on its way, Scorpio. Okay, now I'm so excited because not only are you the first one this year to get to use the Halloween Oracle, Scorpio, but you're the very, 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 very first ones to get to use this deck. This is the very first time this deck is being premiered on my channel, the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot deck. I am obsessed with this deck. It is the sweetest, cutest deck. So here we go, Scorpio. Angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides. What is the energy? Ooh, look how nice it's shuffled. What is the energy surrounding Scorpio this Scorpio season? What does Scorpio need to know about what is coming forward towards them? All right. Spirit, what is something Scorpio has to look forward to this Scorpio season? What is something to look forward to for Scorpio this Scorpio season? Ah, look how cute this is. The Page of Presents, or the Page of Pentacles. So for me, that means this is a new path coming forward, possibly with money. It could be a new career, a new finance, a new job, a career pay raise. It could be a new position of authority within your life, within your career. But the other thing is the Page of Pentacles. This is a new path to finding money. So it could be that, you have a new idea that's going to lead you somewhere in the future to make money. As I'm sitting here right now, I've been reading tarot for 21 years now. And the first day that I had that idea to walk into, what was it? I think it was Spencer's in the mall in Georgia where we lived at the time. We lived in Warner Robins, Georgia. To walk into Spencer's and pick up a tarot deck that I still have to this day, that same tarot deck 21 years later. I had no idea that would lead me to a career, but I just had this idea, and the idea was a spark that led to that new path, okay? Even if it took 21 years. So that's what I'm saying. It feels like a new path could be coming forward even if you may not be aware of it. So something to look forward to is a new path presenting itself, possibly a new path that could lead to financial gain in the future, okay? What is something that Scorpio needs to be mindful of this Scorpio season? What is something Scorpio needs to be mindful of? Hang on, what does that say? Oh, 7. I need to get some glasses on, y'all. The 7 of Pentacles. So this is about what are you doing as far as what I'm getting my mouth tongue-tied. Let's try that sentence all over again. What are you doing to lay your own seeds? What actions are you taking today that are going to benefit your future? So, the question is something to be mindful of. So what seeds are you planting today? And so this is very important. Are you planting the seeds of doubt, worry, insecurity, and fear? Or are you planting the seeds of hope, faith, and trust? Because this is very important. What seeds you plant today are going to grow in the future. So something to be mindful of is, what are you thinking about? What actions are you taking? What are you feeling? What are your emotions right now, here today? Because that is going to be your future that you're creating. Your thoughts today create your future tomorrow. So to be mindful of what seeds are you planting this season. This is a very important season for you, apparently, as far as future growth. So really be aware of your thoughts, your habits, your patterns that you're choosing this season. Okay, Scorpio? Okay, what will things look like at the beginning of Sagittarius season for Scorpio? What will things look like at the beginning? Too many cards, Spirit, just one card. What will things look like at the end of Scorpio season, the beginning of Sagittarius season for Scorpio? Gosh, y'all keep getting like 5 cards. Spirit really wants you to hear this message. There we go. Just one card. We appreciate that. The Devil. Look, there's Capricorn showing up. So at the end of Scorpio season, coming in to Sagittarius season, we have the Devil. Now listen, the Devil, can mean, you are being tempted by old toxic things that are no longer good for you. This could be old addictions. It could be codependencies and addictions that you have with other people, but it can also be old ways of thinking, old ways of being, old habits, old patterns, old routines that you've broken that maybe are trying to sneak back up on you towards the end of this season, going into Sagittarius season at the end of November. So this is, something to be aware of, is to really be conscious of, and this really has a lot to go back to the, something to be mindful of is what seeds are you planting, because the seeds that you are planting now are going to be paying off in Sagittarius season. And so, with the devil, are you planting seeds that are going to lead to frustration that could tempt you into taking old addictions, old toxic habits and patterns coming back up? Are you trying to plant new healthy ways of thinking, new mindsets that are going to encourage you, so that at the end of the season, when you are tempted to do something maybe that is not in your best and highest good, you won't, okay? This is really, really important that you really get that mindset right now, so that when that temptation comes along at the end of the season, the beginning of next season, you're like, I see you coming. I know what to do. I was ready. Also, like I said, you have this Dawn card. So this is, the beginning of something new trying to come in. Hope always floats, and it's trying to float up to the top here. And that's what they're trying to say. Hold on to hope, faith, and trust, so that when these toxic energies come around, maybe towards the end of the season, the beginning of Sagittarius season, you've already come out from the darkness into the light, and you're already moving in the right direction, okay? All right, Scorpio. How can Scorpio push forward? What is something Scorpio can do to help them push forward? The Ace of Potions, the Ace of Cups. Focus on loving yourself. This is really and truly the lesson that I'm trying to help my viewers with. Understand what the twin flame journey is. This is about loving yourself. This is about the union of your own divine masculine and divine feminine within yourself, and learning to love all aspects of yourself. Your logical side, your emotional side, your intuition side, your leadership side, the side that's soft, the side that's strong. Learn to integrate and love yourself. And as you learn to love yourself, this new love will then spread, and you will, the more you learn to love yourself, the more you learn to trust yourself and the path you're on. It's like a new definition of faith almost. This is the integration of the twin flame journey, in that you are working with your higher self, and you are co-creating with source, creator, universal consciousness, whatever you want to call it. But this is co-creation, you and source and higher self. And this is you in all aspects of yourself, your feminine and your masculine self, learning to love all these parts of yourself. This is really important. That mindset that we talked about, this mindset of faith and hope and trust, comes from learning to love yourself. And when you love yourself, it's because you are trusting your higher self. You are trusting source to lead you in the direction that is in your best and highest good. And this is what I'm saying when it's a new definition of faith. Loving yourself and integrating these parts of yourself, Scorpio, this is a whole new definition of faith. It's trusting. It's walking by faith, not sight. In other words, we trust our higher selves to guide us because we love ourselves so much. That faith is strong. Okay, Scorpio. So this is really something to help you push forward, is to love yourself. Okay. All right. What could distract Scorpio from their goals this month? Please, Spirit. What could distract Scorpio from their goals? The Fool. There's Aquarius showing up here. So you only have Aquarius and the Devil on the table. I'm sorry, Aquarius and Capricorn on the table. Aquarius here, the Fool, distracting you. It could be a foolish new path. So this is really important. We talked about this Page of Presents showing up, something you have to look forward to, a new path. But here's the thing, it's choosing that right path. It's especially if this new path shows up, it's this new path the path that you're supposed to sow, the seeds that you're supposed to sow, or is it in your best and highest good, or should you stay on the path that you're on? And so that's the thing you need to ask, is this new path that's showing up for yourself, is this the one that you need to take care of? Otherwise, you're just gonna be made to look kind of foolish, okay? And so what could distract you from your goals is a couple things. One, not being on the right path, just taking any path that shows up, because to be honest with you, paths are going to show up almost every day. You're going to have new ideas, new inspiration. You're going to hear new thoughts. You're going to see new places and things, and you're going to want to learn more about this and explore these. That's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be, evolving and growing and just, having these expansive thoughts, and that's beautiful for you, but don't let it take you from the path that you're meant to be on. Don't get distracted by all the shiny things. Focused on the path and planting the seeds and so, because here's the thing, if you don't, at the end of this month, if you don't focus on loving yourself and planting those seeds, at the end of this month, there's some temptation coming, and that's going to bring you off your path, and that's when this foolishness happens, okay? How can you stay positive? What can Scorpio do to help them stay positive this season? The World, Libra showing up. I love it when Libra shows up. This is such a beautiful energy with Scorpio. Y'all always play very nicely together. So this is standing at the center of your world and taking kind of a collective audit of your world, looking at it as a whole and deciding what parts of your world are working, what parts of your world are not, letting go of what's not working, and really nurturing that what is, okay? And like I said, letting go of what's not working, the devil, because temptation is going to come along. And if you have not loved yourself and fortified yourself enough, especially, here's that Ace of Potions in the world. If you have not loved yourself and fortified yourself enough, have not removed those temptations from your life that no longer are working for you, those old habits, toxic thought forms, toxic beliefs and patterns you have, then it's going to be an interesting road to navigate going into Sagittarius season. So really get to cleaning. This is a good time to do some fall cleaning. We had a card fall. Here we go. Okay, last card. Something that Scorpio needs to know about on their journey this month. What is something Scorpio needs to know about on their journey? The Three of Swords. So this is broken heart. Let's see, what's it called here? The Three of Needles. So this is broken heart, grief, loss, and disappointment. And I think that has a lot to do with going back to the world and maybe even the Fool and the Fool's journey here. It's about looking back over the path that you've taken and all the choices that you've made and not letting your broken heart define you. You can't get from there to there. In other words, you can't get from being brokenhearted to not being brokenhearted, because the law of attraction is going to attract brokenheartedness to you. In other words, if you're thinking about being brokenhearted, you're like, okay, let me say this. I'm saying this wrong. If you're like, okay, I'm brokenhearted and I don't want to think about being brokenhearted, so I'm not going to think about being brokenhearted. The law of attraction did not hear I'm not. It didn't hear the word not. All I heard is I am going to think about being brokenhearted. The law of attraction does not hear not or no or won't or don't. It just hears I am and what you're doing, okay? So if you're like, I'm not thinking about this broken heart, that I've got that possibly caused me to make toxic, from toxic habits and patterns and routines I've had in the past, I'm not going to think about that. Well, guess what? You're totally going to think about that. And so as you're cleaning up this world and choosing which parts of yourself get to stay, which parts of yourself you're going to nurture, which parts of yourself you're going to leave behind, and which parts of yourself you're going to love the most, try to be just kind of general, not too specific, just more general. So in other words, instead of focusing on the broken heart, the action that caused the broken heart, you're going to focus on being happy. Okay, we're not trying to focus on the negative. What we want to focus on is something that you need to know about this journey is focusing on what the result, the desired outcome is. So if you had a broken heart, what you want to be is happy. So start focusing on where you are happy in all aspects of your life. Where can you find love and joy in all aspects of your life? It doesn't even have to be in companionship. It can be in friendship. It can be with your dog, your cat, with your neighbor at work, whatever it is. But where do you feel happy, focus on that and not on what happened, okay? All right, Scorpio, I hope that you found this helpful. If you did, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Come on back next season for Sagittarius season. And until I see you again, I hope you know how much I love you. You stay happy, healthy, safe, and blessed. Bye, Scorpio.